Hello, everybody, and welcome to Non Sequitur News for July 7th, 2025. It's Season 4, Episode 188. 188. Time is ripping by already, 7 months into the year. I am MayorWatt. I run ohmTown.com, and there's the Sentient AI's visualizer. They're not available at the moment. That said, we're going to be talking about robot soccer, giant tablets on wheels, cashing in at a funeral. How did this get made? 800-pound bear is metal. Online tutorial-driven dental clinic. ByteDance lays off just 65. Epic antitrust case. Giant beavers were a bear. And employee credentials in a bank heist. It's like 4 weddings and a funeral or something like that. Anyway, everything's powered by ohmTown.com. Go over there and become a citizen. Sign up, sign in, all news, no noise. Really, there is only news that gets aggregated here. I vet all of the sources and the system puts everything into its categories. There's 6 main categories, 50 channels. We're actually going to be launching 5 more. The latest one that we're going to be turning into a show, though, is Constructagon, which is a 3D modeling, 3D technology show. A printing show, because you might hear in the background some noise. I've got a 3D printer in the studio now. I've been doing this for a decade plus, but just think that it's more important now, more now than ever before. But everything is powered by ohmTown. So without more meandering, which is the non sequitur spirit, let's get into it. All right, so the very first article is fans are more interested in the robot soccer than the real team. So fans are more excited for China's robot soccer players than the real team. In a country still licking its wounds from another men's World Cup failure, they say here. That's pretty biting. Anyway. In Beijing, 4 teams of fully autonomous robots face off in 3-on-3 soccer matches. That for once actually got fans cheering. Powered entirely by artificial intelligence with 0 human interference, the bots drilled past, even collapsed in believable fashion during China's first ever AI-powered robot football showcase. The article is over at vice.com. Let me zoom in a little bit. Ashley Fike put the article together. Yeah, so this is pretty cool. I think more people than not would be interested in watching this. It's basically the evolutionary steps of robots taking over all jobs, including apparently soccer. Robot League, here we come. I'm going to hit play. It's already muted, but it's a much smaller field. But yeah, it's like a whole bunch of grandpas that are running around kicking the ball, or toddlers, a cross between toddlers and grandpas. The way that they step, did these flat-footed steps, it's really funny. Oh wow, the robots even get carried off on stretchers. Some of them stand up. It's interesting. So yeah, the final game saw Tsinghua University's THU Robotics beat China Agricultural University's Mountain Sea team 5-3. Despite the loss, fans like Mr. Wu were impressed. They, THU, did really well, he said. But the Mountain Sea team was also impressive. They brought a lot of surprises. All right. So China plans to ramp up these events leading up to the World Humanoid Robot Games set to debut in Beijing. Says eventually Chang believes we'll see robots and humans on the same field, not to compete, but to build trust. A robot and a human could play a match where winning doesn't matter. That would help audiences understand that robots are safe. They're not safe from taking your job. And friendship with a robot isn't going to put food on the table. All right, the next article. Oh, and if you want today's show notes, they are in ohmTown. You can hit !NSN and ohmTown will spit them out in the order that we're going through them. I am still working on a way to draw that from a database where you can just put the 8-digit numerical value for the month, day, and year that you want to grab an article from, or a list of articles, whatever the playlist is. Anyway, the next article is over in Wanted, the curious rise of giant tablets on wheels. Over the past few years, LG has set off a strange tech trend that's been rolling onto devices sold across Amazon and other online electronics retailers. A company launched the Stand By Me, which is essentially a $1,000 27-inch tablet running LG's smart TV operating system, WebOS, but lacking a tuner. LG's press release announcing the device described it as a wireless private TV screen with a built-in battery that is easily portable and ideal for watching TV shows and movies, in addition to video conferencing with family and co-workers and viewing online lectures. The article is by Sharon Harding over at Ars Technica. Yeah, this is just a TV on wheels apparently, but it's referred to here as KTC's MegPad 32-inch Android tablet. So hands-on with the KTC 32-inch Android tablet on a rolling pedestal, the A32Q7 Pro. So today, Stand By Me competes against a slew of similar devices, including some from Samsung, but mostly from smaller brands running Android. They said that they've had one of these devices, the KTC MegPad 32, rolling around my home for weeks, is what they say. The resolution, it's 4K resolution, 60 hertz, 32-inch screen. It weighs 40 pounds, has a brightness of 220 nits. Full gamut color, well, 90%. KTC heavily markets the MegPad's ability to serve as a streaming hardware, and that's one of the best uses that they've found for it. Big old tablet on wheels is what they call it, and they provide a bunch of information about this over at the article, where they use it and what they used it for. But wherever you want to use a tablet or a TV, that's basically it. KTC's device also has a helpful leg over the LG Stand By Me via its HDMI port, which makes the MegPad work like a regular monitor. Determining where to safely rest a tethered device for the device is something you'll have to figure out on your own, though. I could 3D print something that clips onto the bar and sits right there underneath this. It doesn't have a little tray except down at the very bottom. That could be fine too. A fully rotating screen, however, makes up for some of the mobility complaints and diversifies the MegPad's potential uses besides streaming. For example, the MegPad was great for watching yoga videos online, which calls for viewing the screen from different heights and positions. It also proved to be an ideal setup for creating a large print-out collage, which included a lot of dragging, dropping, cropping of images. You can rotate the image, or you can tilt 20 degrees, plus or minus 20 degrees. Raise it up and down 8 inches. Pivot it 90 degrees, swivel it 45 degrees, but it says it's still not a real TV. You can stream it via some other device, I suppose. Yeah. Let's keep going. How about cashing in on your funeral? Money dropped from a helicopter over funeral of Detroit car wash owner. The sons of a Detroit car wash owner paid tribute to their father by showering his funeral with rose petals and cold hard cash dropped from a helicopter. Yeah. Hopefully regular dollars, not quarters. Oh, looks like real cash. Cash. Ryan Eric King over at jalopnik.com put the article together. Daryl Thomas died on June 15th, and his family decided to follow his wishes to the letter. The 58-year-old licensed NHRA drag racer owned Showroom Shine Express in Detroit's East Side. His niece, Crystal Perry, posted on Facebook that the family shut down the stretch of Gradio? I don't know how to pronounce it. Avenue in front of the car wash and dropped $5,000 over the street for the community to collect during block party celebrating Thomas's life. Told the Detroit Free Press that it was the final expression of love for him to the community because he was a giver. Yesterday was simply a farewell tribute to the East Side legend. And they have video of it. Helicopter drops money on the street. Police won't take action for the money drop. Good. As long as nobody got hurt. I guess it, what do they call it? Attractive nuisance. If somebody gets hurt, you're liable for it because whatever it is that was in your yard or whatever drew people in. No, just stay out in other people's yards and the street. Let's go. Let's keep moving on. And then next article is over in the Mobile Channel. 7 engineers suspended after a $2.3 million bridge includes a bizarre 90-degree turn. Ever had to make a 90-degree turn on a bridge? No, that's the problem. In India, 7 engineers got suspended for designing exactly that. I don't know how this got made. How did this get made? Brand new $2.3 million bridge in Bhopal, India. It's going viral. 648-meter rail over bridge was supposed to connect Mahamai, Kaaba, and New Bhopal, easing congestion and slashing wait times for up to 300,000 daily commuters. But instead, they got this. I don't know how this even got made. Ashley Fike over at Vice.com put the article together. I had seen this in other places. It got aggregated into ohmTown and submitted. So 7 engineers suspended because of that. A 90-degree turn on a bridge. This isn't a walking bridge, is my understanding. This is a driving bridge, a vehicle bridge. Yeah. 2 chief engineers have been suspended with immediate effect. The departmental inquiry will be conducted against a retired sub-engineer. Both the construction agency and the design consultant have been blacklisted. God, can you imagine that? That is insane. So, internal PWD documents show the original 2018 plan featured a more manageable 45-degree skew. The plan was scrapped after the railways refused to approve construction on its land. A second design attempted to accommodate the metro line. A third adjusted for alignment errors, though the railways later admitted that the final result is neither fulfilling the functional requirement nor safe for road users. Yeah, but this isn't a walking bridge as far as I understand it. I mean, if it's a walking bridge, I shouldn't really care, but for commuters who hope that this project would ease daily travel, the bridge has become yet another example of bureaucratic infighting and design by compromise. No, this is personal incompetence. This has nothing to do with bureaucracy, infighting, and design by compromise. This is just people letting something go. Nobody should have allowed this to ever get sent out. I mean, that is absurd. All right, let's keep going. The next article is over on the Mobile Channel. This 800-pound bear just got the world's biggest metal crown. Tundra, an 800-pound Alaska brown bear living at the Lake Superior Zoo in Minnesota, now has a smile that literally shines. The 6-year-old bear just received what's believed to be the largest dental crown ever made, a titanium alloy cap designed to protect a canine tooth he re-injured earlier this year. So his grill has some gold on it. Well, it looks like it's silver, but it has yellow lighting around it. So Ashley Fike, once again, over at Vice.com, put the article together. He's got a glint in his smile now, said Zoo marketing manager Carolyn Routley in an interview with the AP. The crown, silver and custom made from a wax mold of the damaged tooth, was created by Creature Crowns, a dental specialist in Idaho. Tundra's dental work came with strict safety protocols. A member of the zoo's trained arm response team stayed within arm's reach throughout the procedure just in case the sedation wore off too soon. Thankfully, the bear stayed completely out for the duration and woke up groggy but fine. Dun dun dun. They don't say how much it weighs, I don't think. Not the bear, the crown. All right, let's keep going. The next article is over on the Mobile Channel. This family ran a fake dental clinic for 2 years using online tutorial videos. Gotta love that. Police in Havlikov Broad, the The son posed as a dentist, the mom handled anesthesia and materials, and the dad made prosthetics. Their patients, dozens of them, got extractions, root canals, fillings, all completely unlicensed, all completely real. They say the family made nearly $200,000 before someone finally caught on. The trio has since been arrested and charged with operating an illegal business. It's a Czech town. They say a small Czech town. A 22-year-old man, mom, and dad spent 2 years running a dental clinic out of their house. They just watched videos online. Hey, fake it till you make it. Ashley Fike put the article together over at Vice.com again. Yeah. This wasn't some back alley operation with pliers and a prayer. They had a functioning setup with patients, appointments, enough confidence to stick around for 2 full years. The wildest part, there's no official word on whether any of the patients even complained. So the clinic is shut down now, and the internet is predictably losing its mind because really, how do you go in for a root canal and not realize your dentist has a degree from YouTube? Well, it's a tiny town in the Czech Republic, for crying out loud. It says another one, they say gets around 10 reports a year. They have 2 more submissions today, says the country's National Dental Chamber. Wow. Let's keep going. The next article is over on Technology Today. ByteDance lays off 65 Seattle area workers. The Beijing-based parent company of TikTok are laying off around 65 workers in Bellevue, Washington, according to a new filing with the Washington State Employment Security Department. ByteDance Incorporated is laying off 27 workers, while TikTok Incorporated is laying off 38 employees, according to the filing. The tech giant landed in the Seattle region in 2021, been growing its footprint in Amazon's backyard as it bolstered its TikTok Shop online shopping business. Taylor Soper over at GeekWire put the article together. Yeah, so as TikTok Shop businesses evolve, they regularly review their operations to ensure long-term success, says the TikTok representative in a statement to GeekWire. ByteDance is one of more than 100 out-of-town tech companies that have engineering centers in the Seattle region, as tracked by GeekWire. ByteDance has more than 440,000 square feet of space in Bellevue and just opened a new office, DJC reported last month. So relatively small, but just indicative. Everybody is letting off a little bit of, let's say, extra employment. I don't know. The next article is over in Late Night Geeks. Fortnite maker Epic Games settles antitrust case against Samsung. The Fortnite maker Epic Games has settled in its antitrust case against Samsung, according to a court filing. The article is by Aisha Malik over at TechCrunch.com. Yeah, so it says, we're dismissing our case against Samsung following the parties' discussions. We were grateful that Samsung will address Epic's concern. Epic had alleged that in the lawsuit that Samsung's auto blocker feature, which blocked downloads outside of the Google Play Store and Samsung Galaxy Store, was a coordinated effort to block competition in app distribution. At the time, Google called Epic's legal action meritless, saying Android device makers are free to take their own steps to keep their users safe and secure, and that they vigorously contest Epic Games' baseless claims. Yeah. I mean, Epic can't do it on their own, so they're saying everybody else is intentionally stymieing them, but I shouldn't have to allow you into my house just because you say that you've got hardwood floors that you want to install. No, that you want to meet somebody in my living room. No. So they work hard to build their platform and you play within their rules. But apparently that only goes for some people. All right, the next article is over on the Mobile Channel. Bear-sized giant beavers once roamed North America, and they're now the official state fossil of Minnesota. The large extinct creatures roamed the Twin Cities more than 10,000 years ago and could grow to more than 200 pounds. Sarah Kuda over at SmithsonianMag.com put the article together. That's what it looks like if you're watching the VOD. Lawmakers had approved the new state fossil earlier this year as part of a broader omnibus bill, which Governor Tim Walz signed into law in May. The bill, which included a short provision of the gargantuan Ice Age rodent, officially took effect July 1st, reports Dana Ferguson, Peter Cox, and Clay Masters from NPR News. Minnesota now has a state constellation too, Ursa Minor, also known as the Little Dipper. Minnesota has deep connections to beavers. All right, we'll just leave it there. The next article is over in Technology Today. An employee gets $920 for credentials used in a $140 million bank heist. Hackers stole nearly $140 million from 6 banks in Brazil by using an employee's credentials from C&M, a company that offers financial connectivity solutions. Bill Toulis over at bleepingcomputer.com put the article together. Yeah, so let's see. The employee sold his corporate credentials to the hackers for roughly $920, granting them access to a confidential system connected to Brazil's central bank. They then executed commands into the C&M system as instructed by the hackers through the Notion collaboration, and he received another $1,850 for this. The C&M employee attempted to conceal his activity and changed mobile phones every 15 days, but was arrested on July 30th in Sao Paulo. The threat actors convinced the person to participate in the operation after being approached when he was leaving a bar. This shows that the attackers did the research, identifying potential weak links in the company, mirroring a similar approach against Coinbase recently, where support agents in India were bribed to siphon out sensitive information. It's not if, it's when you'll be exploited. That's really the problem, and we need more consumer protections so that consumers can protect themselves, because companies won't do it. If there's an inside threat actor, it's all reaction then from that point on, like SIM swapping and stuff like that. So the company also added that its protection framework played a crucial role in pinpointing the source of the unauthorized access and aiding the police's investigation. Like, you used his credentials, or their credentials, whoever they are. I'm not going to say their name. You use their credentials. That's not much of a protection framework. It's pretty damn basic. Well, we're going to pinpoint ourselves right back to the front page of ohmTown, where all news for Non Sequitur News is aggregated. So go over and check it all out, and then come and hang out with us. This is a time machine episode, so I'm going to shut down the time machine, retool for July 8th episode, and we'll see you then. And then tonight, 2 days from now, which is the 9th, we'll hopefully be on time. It depends on mayoral duties. Anyway, thanks for coming and hanging out. We'll see you in a little bit. Bye-bye.